Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of HRD 630, Facilitating Adult Learning. I am a little early this weekend because it is a holiday weekend and I wanted to get the information out to everybody so at least you have an idea of what is coming up in the next week and I'll touch upon in the next 2 weeks. So let's get right to it. Weeks 7 and 8 are all about the facilitation that comes up next weekend, which is October 16th. Now, we start at 10 o'clock in the morning and we will go until 3 p.m. in the afternoon. The guidelines for this presentation are 15 minutes to 18 minutes at max, and if you can hold it to 15 minutes, that would be great. We have 10 people in the class, and you can do the math. What I'd like to do is have the presentation, and then a few minutes after that to reflect on it. I'll show you, there's a sheet that I'm going to have everybody fill out for every presenter, and then we will get set up and we'll go to the second one. I'm still working on how are we going to have some kind of break in there, even if it's a 15-minute bio break. I will not mind if people are listening to a presentation and they're stretching or they're doing whatever they need to. You're not expected to sit staring at the screen for 5 straight hours. So I will work on that. If we start with the first 5 in the class and we find out that everybody's going about 15 minutes, then we will adjust the schedule accordingly. So I'll talk about that a little bit more in just a moment. But so these 2 weeks, week 7 and 8. Week 7 starts on Monday, which is a holiday, so technically it starts on Tuesday. But this class is made up of adult learners, so if you want to get going on some of this materials over the weekend, long weekend, that's fine. If not, you'll see what's involved over the next week and 2. So really what I say in the introduction, these 2 weeks are all about the facilitation. The facilitation, actually it is a presentation. Facilitation or presentation number 1, which is next Saturday, you will do a 15-minute to 18-minute presentation on a topic of your choice. This is not an interactive facilitation. You really are presenting something to us. Facilitation number 2, which comes up in November, we will have a discussion. You will lead an online discussion about your topic. But facilitation number 1, or presentation number 1, is truly a presentation. You will be selecting a topic, and then you will be presenting without any feedback. You will present this topic either using a video or talking or whatever prompts you may want. From my experience, a lot of people use, if not everybody uses, something like PowerPoint. And so your topic is up to you. Now, let me just go to the syllabus, and if you take a look at the end of the syllabus, in the Appendix A, I put some possible facilitation topics. Please take a look at these if you're having any trouble coming up with the topic. Really, it is wide open to you. If it can be about adult learning or facilitation, that is wonderful, but if there's some topic that you're just passionate about that really has nothing to do with this class or adult education, adult learning, that is fine. So if you're having trouble with topics, please take a look at the syllabus, take a look at Appendix A, which is at the end, for some just general ideas of what people have done in the past. There's many other ideas that you can use. So let's go back to Brightspace. In Brightspace, we're doing the presentation starting next Saturday, which is October 16th at 10 a.m. Now, I will have a reminder video or email throughout probably next Friday. I'll send something out with a reminder. I'll send you the Brightspace information, how you can access it. We have the we have the actual doodle chart. I'll send that out also. But I can tell you, wherever you signed up, that will be your final time. There is no moving around with that. So I also say, please finish reading chapters 7 and 10 and complete chapters 13 through 15. Now this is preparation for this week, but it's also going to be included for next week. What you're looking at the screen right now is really the work involved over the next 2 weeks. So the way I look at this is you'll look at the materials, but you'll also spend this week developing your presentation. Now, I would encourage everybody to get your presentation done. Practice, practice, practice. It's really important that you practice this so you feel comfortable with the materials, and you also know that you're in the allotted time. 15 to 18 minutes. That's really what I'm shooting for. And if you can hit 15 minutes, bravo. That's really the number I'm looking for. And it's not that I don't like hearing these presentations, but it's really the exercise of putting something together in a time-appropriate fashion. So this week, really your goal is to develop, practice, and get ready for your presentation next Saturday. Here's the goals for the week, and here's the actual readings. Now I'm going to shift gears. So many of you may or may not have been in course documents. If you come into course documents, there's all kinds of information. Facilitating adult learning, annotated bib, all kinds of information. What I really want to focus in on here are these two. These are the same forms. I'm going to click on the feedback form. This could be a guide for you as far as putting things together, but one of the activities I'm going to have everybody do is to use this form, and unfortunately it's not a fillable form. You will have to either print these out and then scan them. However might be easiest to you, and I'll put some time into this too to see if maybe there's a way that I could streamline this and make it fillable form. If anybody has ideas on how to do that, I'd appreciate you shooting me an email and letting me know. So what you will be doing, just say the name of the presenter is Kevin Doran. Title of the presentation will be Adult Learning Techniques for Trainers. With every one of our presentations, you're part of the audience, you will fill this out. Clarity of introduction, the rating, purpose, on and on and on. I suggest that you take a look at this form because it will probably help you in putting together your presentation. So I'll have more information on this, but when somebody is speaking, doing their presentation, you can fill this out as you go, or you can, we'll spend a few minutes afterwards just reflecting on this, and you will be able to fill this out on your own. This will be used in the second week. You will fill this out, and then I will develop a bright space discussion forum for each one of the presenters, and you will submit this for that particular presenter. More information on that. And after you do your presentation and you take a look at the feedback from the class, including myself, then we have a self-evaluation reflection paper. So this also is included under course documents, self-reflection essay guidelines. Take a look at this. So we'll give you. So the first thing this week you are going to prepare. On Saturday you are going to present. The early part of next week you will submit the evaluations that you did on everyone in the class. So there will be 9 for you to do because we're not counting you in that. So 9, you'll have to fill that out and submit those. And then we'll talk about the self-reflection paper. But the self-reflection paper comes at the end of week number 2, or actually week number 8. So that is kind of it for this point. I don't want to beat this to death, but once again, just as a rehab, you will be this week, you'll finish up some of the readings, you will put your presentation together, you'll practice it. Next Saturday we will have our Zoom day where everybody presents. You will fill out the self-evaluation and you will fill out the student evaluation for your peers. You'll submit those. You will read your own, and then you will write your own self-evaluation reflection paper in week number 8. So that is it. I wish you the absolute best this week, and I thank you for listening to this 11-minute video. It's really important. If you have any questions on this, please let me know. And I hope everybody has a chance to get outside at least a little bit, enjoy the long weekend, and enjoy the foliage. I know we're about 2 weeks late this year. I've been hearing from some of my colleagues at the Maine Forest Service, my old colleagues at the Forest Service, that they are actually the reporters. They report from around the state, and certain parts of the state are at peak, and along the coast here we're probably running about 2 weeks behind what we normally are. But it's still beautiful. I hope you enjoy the long weekend, and if you have any questions, let me know. I'll see everybody online. Goodbye.